Hello, YouTube fans. This is the Scar Clown. What time is it? I just took a shower not that long ago. I just took a shower, so it's probably like what? I don't know. I'm trying to look at my. It's about to be. It's 12:36. But anyways, I want to talk about something, guys. You could tell from the title. Ooh, I should wear that when I go to school. Yeah. Anyways, when I go to classes tomorrow, hell yeah. I've been wanting to wear that shit for a while. But anyways, that doesn't matter. What matters is that the title of the video. AI has been around for millennia. Alright? Seriously. Alright? Anything that you can grab from the ether, it's already been grabbed, basically. You know? So this does go to a spiritual enlightenment way, obviously. But I'm not gonna go that deep into it in this channel. But I will say this. The reason I say that is because I saw not literally seeing, I was going back and forth in the kitchen and stuff like that, going to my room in the kitchen, grabbing stuff, and my mom was watching a documentary. Most likely it was like around probably the 2010s or something like that, right? Because it looked like an old documentary, not like a new documentary that you see today, right? I believe it was about probably about creatures and monsters and stuff like that. And when they showed the people on the screen, they looked faked as fuck, guys. I've been looking at CGI and AI, and these eyes can actually know and figure out which looks real and what looks fake. That shit looked it so AI to the point that I'm like, my mom was not even noticing this. My mom was not even noticing this. And when I saw that on the screen, I started laughing my ass off in my own head. I was like, of course. Because why wouldn't it be? You know, they're already doing this on the news. They just perfected it a little bit more on the news. And when I saw it, how the way these people look in the documentary, I'm like, did you call Disney up to help you with this stuff? Because Disney has a contract. Walt Disney made a contract with the freaking, United States government to do shit like this. I'm dead serious. Why do you think we had World War II gas masks of Minnie and Mickey Mouse? You think Walt Disney didn't sign off for that years ago before World War II happened? Motherfucker, please, you're fooling yourselves. You're fucking fooling yourselves if you don't think so. You know? Seriously. It's kind of sad if you don't think so, man. Seriously. Oh, you're only saying that because the history of Disney or being corrupt and shit like that. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, once you find out that Walt Disney himself signed papers to the United States government to do what the fuck they want with their characters, basically, wise, you know, that's why we had Donald Duck doing World War II skits, basically. That's when the time he did all of this stuff, all right? And that's why you see, you know those posters that you see from The Little Mermaid that shows the fat, a freaking a dick on it. Hate to say it, but it's what it is. What it is, and it shows a woman. And the Lion King poster shows a woman bailed back basically. What she's going like this basically, and Simba's eyes are the her arms basically and shit like that. If you've seen it, there's a lot of Disney posters that are like that, similar that are like that. It's just showing it's what we called not predictive programming. They're trying to put like sexual innuendos with with kids and shit like that. Even though like when you see all of that stuff, it's like at that point just show it to adults. If the Disney company is literally more for adults than kids, then why are you catering to kids? You know? So you see how that is? You got to think about shit like that. It's like at first when you look at it, you'd be like, okay, that's fucked up because it's for kids. But if it was for adults, we wouldn't really fucking care. And plus, this poster probably wouldn't. It'll be shown, yes, to the public, but it won't be shown like if it was going to be shown for DVDs and all that, they would just have a cover on it like you see for like the porn movies when they have it on a section of FYE or some shit like that, you know. So it's like that. It's like, okay, you could have done that, but you know, there's so many things they could have done, but no, they decided not to. You know, this is how I know this company Disney should have. You know, this is how I know this company Disney should have done things that should stir away from cutesy children's shit, basically. But that's another story for another day. Um, I just figured that, hey, since the company grew up, you would think that maybe the company would be like, hey, we're not this company's not 12 years old anymore. We're like 100 something years old. Maybe we can actually fucking, I don't know, show some fucking blood or some shit. I don't know. But moving on. I'm not saying you should have Donald and Goofy fucking curse or something like that. I'm basically saying, hey, at least put them in situations that you'd be like, holy shit, they're gonna die. They're actually gonna fucking die, Not like the old Disney shorts, the black and white ones. They put those guys through everything. Seriously. But not anymore. For some reason. But anyways, going back to what I said. When I saw that documentary, again, I didn't see the whole documentary. I was just in and out of the kitchen to my room and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, I just noticed that these people look fucking fake. They look really, really fucking fake. I don't think those people are actually real. Then they showed a name on them or who they are and all that shit. It's like, I'm like, I don't care. This is completely CGI. This is completely AI. And it looks really good. But when you look at it really, really deeply, you could tell some of the features of it. It's like, that's animation. You could tell, like, fucking their shoulders and their hands and shit like that, they're animated. And then when you look at their face really closely, you'll be like, that's animated too. This shit is AI. This shit is CGI. The fuck? And of course, these type of documentaries would get companies like Disney to help them work with it, even though Disney will probably be like, we never speak to each other. Of course, man. You don't think Disney doesn't do that mafia shit? Of course they do. They've been around for such a long time. You'd be stupid to not to think they're not into that mafia shit. Seriously, bro. You have all the money in the fucking world. Seriously. This is the I mean, for kind of loud, I have a Mickey Mouse plushie. I have a Goofy plushie that's right there. Wait, hold on. No. That's right there next to Kenny. I'm telling you, they're in the walls. They're in the walls. You know how people always say that. Of course they're in the walls. I already knew that too. I've been knowing this shit for a long, long time. They used to scare me as a little kid. Well, yeah, as a kid, but I'm this body is 32 years old. I really don't give a shit. It's like, you're at the walls, then pay me. Seriously, if you're recording my voice right now, Disney and shit like that, or the United States government, then pay me. Fucking pay me, motherfuckers. I don't, like, seriously. This is not free entertainment, motherfucker. Seriously. It's like watching me in the shower and shit like that. Hey, Puff, do you enjoy the show? Seriously. Want to take a Seriously, if you found out that Disney or the United States government had shit in your walls, right? Which is true, by the way. And they listen to you when you're talking, or they didn't even look at you while you're showering, in the shower and shit like that. Wouldn't you want to be like, motherfucker, and pay me, motherfucker? But then also at the same time, it's like, you think about your own kids and your young family members, and you're like, you fucking people are fucking disgusting. And then when you try to fight back and shit like that, they automatically be like, no, you can't fight us back. You can't fight. You see, that's what I mentioned before. WWE is not that different from Square Enix and how the world is, the United States government and Disney. All right? Those are the three things right there. Four things, yeah, 3 or 4 things. But you guys know what I'm talking about if you've been in this channel for a long, long time, If you don't know, then now you know, brother and sister. Seriously. All right? This is just, that documentary that I saw, again, like I said, I didn't saw the whole thing, but what I've seen from that documentary, just bits and pieces of it, just by walking to my room and just going to the kitchen and just grabbing something and looking at the TV, and I'm like, this is such a fucking fake motherfucking documentary here. It's such a fake documentary. Seriously. Not to say the photos that they're using is not real. You know how they always show like footage of UFOs flying around and shit like that, which all real, by the way, or like little lights and shit like that, which all UFOs, but they're not UFOs. They're light body beings, basically. They're light body beings. They're so high vibration that you can actually see their light, their aura. basically. You know, yeah, that's why we can see them. They can see us too, but they see us in infrared light, basically. So yeah, they can see us in our aura too, but you need to brighten your aura more and more and more. That's how you get like all these mythical creatures and other shit happening to you. To be quite honest with you, so there is that. But also at the same time, when it comes to those mythical creatures too, sometimes they don't even go to you because if you already know, what's the point of them coming to you? You know, and if you don't think that they exist, of course they're not going to show up to you. What are you going to do if a leprechaun is right in front of you? You're going to freak out and be like, "Oh, I'm going to steal your money and shit like that." Yeah, because you guys are fucking greedy ass motherfucker. You can't look at a mythical creature without fucking thinking of killing it. And this is why war is going to happen, all right, amongst everywhere on this planet. But that's another story for another day. Seriously, like the whole like Iran stuff and the whole Epstein shit. Guys, don't pay attention to that. You can like look at it and observe it, like I've said that in my Enlightenment videos, but at the same time, it's all a distraction for the real war and what the real shit is about to happen very soon. But moving on. Again, that's another story for another day. The whole thing about that documentary with that AI shit, the AI stuff has been around for a long, long time, guys. It has been here for a long, long time. All right? ChatGPT, all these little AI apps that you guys are fucking afraid of, which is hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It reminds me of the time when people saw the Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf, and people talk shit about the movie because, oh, look at those CGI monkeys. Look at those CGI monkeys. Now we have everything CGI. Kind of funny that people will look back at that movie now and won't even complain about the CGI monkeys now. They'll just be like, yeah, of course it's CGI monkeys. Some people don't even remember that the CGI monkeys were shit upon. Why? Because they were little kids, and some of them were not even born yet. You know? So, I love this shirt. This shirt is really cool. It's just a nice little... It reminds me of a Freddy Krueger shirt, but it really isn't. I just like this t-shirt a lot because look at that. It has that skull in the back of it. It's fucking dope, bro. It's freaking dope. That's one of the reasons why I grabbed this years ago when I first saw it. I do have a purple one, which is right there, but it doesn't have the skull in the back of this, which is weird, but it looks cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Kind of reminds me of Scott Pilgrim when Ramona Flowers has the chip on her back of her neck and shit like that. But anyways, sorry for the camera angle here. I'm just putting my shirt on and shit. But moving on. Hair was wet and shit. Went in it. I'm gonna dry it more later on after this video. But anyways, so if you guys have been noticing this, then you know that CGI and AI has been around before they even gave it to us. You guys seem to forget that the military is 30 years technology, 30 years in technology advanced than us. The military, yes. Yes. All right? Look at Japan. Seriously. I bet AI was already in Japan for like, what, 20 years already? You know? Seriously. I won't be surprised. Anyone that lives in Japan, let me know. Seriously. Anyone that is subscribed to me that lives in Japan or something like that, let me know. Seriously. Because this is something that needs to be talked about because a lot of people are upset with this AI stuff, but the AI has already been around. It's even been around before the mud flood happened, by the way. But that's another story for another day. That's something that you guys don't want to get into. All right? When they chop all these giant trees down and they became volcanoes, and the ones that didn't become volcanoes started flooding the planet because when you chop up a tree down, water comes out of the tree. Yes, there's videos about that online. You can look that shit up on YouTube. It's not rocket science. It isn't. Especially when you have giant trees that are cut down and there's literally, and it's still spilling out water, making it into, I don't know, what is it? A waterfall. You know? I don't know. Seriously. I mean, I know, but a lot of people over here are just like bury their head in the sand and just don't want to look at these stuff. The Devil's Tower, that's a tree. It's not a freaking mountain. Why would you listen to these motherfuckers? Why would you listen to these motherfuckers? It's a petrified tree. That's how you know this planet is literally Final Fantasy. It's a mythical planet. But you guys want to laugh at it. Okay, if it's on a mythical planet, then why things turn into stone when they die? Like you see in Final Fantasy. Go fuck yourself. Seriously, bro. Seriously. Oh, they turn into crystal? Yeah, that's what stone is. Stones are crystals, you dumb idiot. Seriously, bro. I don't get that crap. But seriously, man. I just had it's just a pet peeve that I have here. Because it's like, it's right there in front of your fucking face, man. And you don't want to see it. Why? Because it destroys everything that you believe in? Your whole Jesus Christ bullshit? Religion is not even fucking real. It was made by fucking motherfuckers that told you, oh, my God is better than your God type of shit. Even though we created the gods, the Titans. But that's another story for another day. Without the Titans, there will be no gods. So every time you guys say that, oh, God this, God that, oh, God loves me. Man, the same devil that's in the Bible is also God that's in the Bible. Okay? Get that straight and foremost, all right? Seriously. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, sure, whatever. Sure, whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever. And then you're going to see the serpent is bad. When literally the serpent saw Adam and Eve naked, and God let them be naked, and the serpent was just telling the woman, eat the apple and you get knowledge. Knowledge. Oh, I didn't know knowledge was bad. Knowledge is wicked. Then she ate the apple and she found out she was naked. And God got upset that she awakened and she found out she was naked. Sounds like God is a fucking pedophile. Motherfuckers. Seriously. Seriously. You guys are not putting this together at all, aren't you? AI, CGI has been around for a long time. All right? You just give us little sprinkles of it over the years. All right? They have this technology. Oh, because they work with extraterrestrials. They stole it from extraterrestrials. They stole it from ancient beings. They're still alive to this day, called Afro-Hispanic people and Black people. But you don't want to say that either. You don't want to admit that either. Because it just goes to show how bad the certain races are. Because it's like, oh, we took all of this down, now none of us don't know who we are. Oh, of course. That's the plan. That was the plan. We're moving on. Let's just end it on, I know I went on a tangent here, and I'm sorry, guys. I just had to speak that. I had to speak my mind about this, because if I don't speak this out, it's going to fucking bother me. It is. And if I can't upload it on my Skull Clown channel, I definitely will put it on my Enlightenment channel. And then I share this video in my community page, all right? But most likely you guys will be able to see this in my Skull Clown channel. But have you guys been noticing this? Not the stuff that I talked about. I mean, yes, that. But I'm talking about the AI and CGI stuff. You know? Seriously. Remember, CGI started with video games when they were making it into 3D. You know? And the whole video game stuff started with the military. So, yeah. The military never had to give us a bone to progress in technology with video games. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. They only gave it to us because that's junk now to them. They don't need it. They don't need it. They have something that's way better. While we were playing the PS1, they already had PS3 graphics, basically. All right? And now that we're on the PS5, they're on PlayStation 9, basically, graphics. You know? They're so above in head, that's ridiculous. All right? They even have plasma guns. Yes, they do. How they got those plasma guns? By killing people that have plasma in their body, in their organs. Yes, there's beings in this planet that have plasma in their bodies. That's why they showed the movie Godzilla. When the Titans walk and they just replenish the planet. Yes. How does radiation replenish the planet? Because it's good radiation. It's nature's radiation. There's good radiation and bad radiation. All right? They only teach you the bad radiation. They don't want to teach you the good radiation because the good radiation kills them. It kills them. The radiation that comes from the sun, it kills them. Doesn't, all right? That's how you know they're vampires. They're not supposed to be here, basically. Again, that's another story for another day. All right? Again, there's so many movies out there that tell you this shit. Why do you think they make these vampire movies for? Just for funs and giggles and shit like that? Like I'm tired of people like that, man. We're in 2026. The fuck's wrong with y'all? You know? It's the same shit when people are saying that, oh, you know, fuck the government and shit like that. But you have the other side of people being like, don't trust our government. Just trust them. People are seeing your bullshit already, you know? Seriously. I remember not that long ago, I was at my friend's house and my friend was just like, he was just pissed. And he was just like, I want to throw the freaking government down. And I'm like, I understand that. I'm telling you, man, everyone's getting hyped for that shit. And yes, there is something about the whole Epstein list too, because a lot of people, I don't talk about it a lot on this channel, but I know a lot of people are like upset on the internet and being like, we know all of this stuff. And none of us are not doing anything to go to our freaking state government or you know, and talk and literally bring them down and shit like that. Because they're not doing anything. So we have to do something, you know? And yet we're not doing anything, you know? Seriously. But the best thing is to speak up about it. That's why eventually there's going to be like 20 or 30, 80, 1,000 people being like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's march to fucking City Hall and destroy that shit. You know? But that's another story for another day because I'll say this right now. Brothers and sisters, don't be involved with other races or beings doing that. We do our own shit. Because if we came together and do that, they would have fucking helicopters and fucking military soldiers all over this fucking place. But if it had other races of beings besides Afro people, then they won't even give a shit. They just only look, it's sad, but it's true. If we march to City Hall and one Asian person, or one white person is with us, the government's gonna be like, you guys are still idiots. That's why I say we're not all one. We're not seriously. Even the government knows this. All right. Some people might say that's bad and stuff like that, but the government make that shit up too. Just for you guys to be desensitized and be like, oh, make war, not love. Make love, not war, basically. You know? And that whole love shit is very dangerous. It is. It's fucking dangerous, bro. It's dangerous, bro. Seriously. You're gonna love your enemy? You're gonna love your enemy. You're gonna love a race of beings that have been slaughtering you since the beginning they came here. Since the beginning of their creation, they started slaughtering people, raping people, eating their babies, eating you. You guys have no idea how fucked up this planet went through. Seriously. Again, this is just me talking about a lot of stuff right now. I hope you enjoy it. But I think that's it. I think that's really it. Anything I could think about before YouTube is just like, no, we're not doing that. I could talk about how much these other wicked beings, literally, a race of wicked beings, literally, once a Afro woman's hanged from a tree, and she's pregnant, they literally cut her belly, stomp the baby on the fucking floor. Too much for you? Well, that's your fucking American history, which was rooted and founded by bloodshed, men, women, and children. All right? They sent dogs after us. All right? They fed us through, they put us through everything. They put us in boiling water. They took us out when we were freaking, like a crispy chicken and started eating us. The head, the penis, the vagina, everything, man. Everything. Everything. You think this is a game? You think I'm just saying this because, Skull Clown's off his rocker? Yeah, sure. But you guys can't look at fucking pictures of Afro people being hanged from trees. You know what? Go kiss my fucking ass. That's just to show me that you can't see that shit because it tells you how fucked up this world is and how fucked up things need to fucking change. All right? But you don't want it to change because you're fucking comfortable. You're comfortable. You're comfortable. You're comfortable of another race of beings being slaughtered, being kidnapped, being used as weapons like you hear in Transformers movies, just for you to have a car, just for you to graduate college, just for you to literally have a fucking McDonald's food. And you think that is great. And people are so upset that the American dream is gone. It's been gone. There's no such thing as the American dream. It never was. There was no such thing as the American dream. All right? There was no such thing as a fucking picket fence with a fucking nuclear family. Sorry. That is a stage. All right? And to be quite honest, when you start looking at shit like that, especially back in the fucking 50s and 60s and even 40s, once you see stuff like that, you start thinking to yourself, oh, I get it now. This was all a ploy and a plan to make people the fucking same into fucking mindless robots. But people miss that era. People want that era to come back. Even though it wasn't good for, so-called color people. So-called Afro people. Tell me that you're racist without telling me that you're racist. I'll see you guys later. Seriously, I'll see you guys later. So tell me everything that I said in this video, especially the CGI stuff and the AI stuff. Seriously. Alright? If your eyes are really, 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 really good and can tell what is AI and not, you would know that maybe I'm AI, right? Maybe Disney's animating me right now. Look at this. Can you animate this, Disney? Can you animate this? Seriously, bro. It's ridiculous. I'll see you guys later and be safe, all right? Seriously, be safe out there. Know thyself. Do your research like crazy, man. Seriously, because there's people out there that don't want to do it at all. They don't want to do it every day. Oh, I don't want to. You'll be forced to. No matter if you like it or not, motherfucker. You will be forced to see this in your face. Because sooner or later, it's going to be out there in the streets to the point that you can't hide anymore. All right? I saw an AI video not that long ago showing a giant Komodo dragon right next to a freaking car that looks like a fucking toy. And the thing is, those things still exist. Yes, giant mosquitoes, dinosaurs and all that, those things still exist. They just call it extinct because they slaughter them off, first of all. Second of all, we got into lower frequency, but now we're going to higher frequency. Why do you think the dolphins are looking differently? Pink, orange. That's the same size as the rainbow. That's different colors. It's a birth defect. Whoever told you fucking that, and if that's what you want to put in your fucking head, then you are fucking sad as a fucking person, and there's a reason why you're gonna fucking croak when this shit comes out. You're gonna croak when you see giant fucking monsters flying in the sky, Cthulhu style, motherfucker, because H.P. Lovecraft saw that shit here in Massachusetts and freaked the fuck out. What do you think he became what he became? All right? He freaked the fuck out. That's why he was racist to Afro people, black people and Afro-Hispanic people. Why? Because he knew what we look like. We didn't look like this. He saw the real us. He saw the real us, and he was fucking terrified of it. That's why some of us love these horror movies, and that's why some of us love cosmic horror. Because we resonate with that shit. We know that we're Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface. We know that we are. We know that we did all of that shit to get rid of these motherfuckers. Humans, basically. Because we're not humans. We're cosmic monsters. The world government knows this. NASA definitely knows this. Oh, yeah, they definitely know this. Are you kidding me? There's cosmic horror everywhere that they go. They can't escape it. It's in the waters. It's in the skies. It's even in outer space. They can't escape it. It's everywhere. Because they went to a world that is surrounded by giant monsters. All right? That's why I mentioned years ago, if the Titans come back, which they are, humans were not survived. They showed you this in Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That's why I was so adamant for you guys to watch that show. I don't care if you fucking like it or not. Watch it in a spiritual enlightenment way. There's a reason why the sister in that show literally said, "Oh, if the Titans and the gods fight again, the humans would be extinct." Exactly. That's what's supposed to fucking happen. Because when the gods and the Titans fight, humans are defenseless. They can't fight. You can't fight the gods and the Titans. They can't fight them. It's the same thing when you see in Shin Megami Tensei. It's gonna be a desert wasteland if they try to fight these beings. All right? It doesn't matter because it might be a desert wasteland for them, but for us, it's gonna be like a regular chip in the park. It's gonna be Tuesday for us. All right? Go ahead and think that I'm crazy or I'm wrong. Whatever, man. You have no idea what I've seen. All right? I have seen stuff that will make your shit white. All right? Seriously. Here's a little story before I end this. Here's a little something that I want to tell you that I had an experience with years ago. Shout out to Gummy, because I told you this too, bro. I was one day I was like projecting myself in the astral realm and becoming that cosmic monster, basically the skull clown, basically what I am, you know. Where's that piece of paper that I had, you know, looking like not what I look like now because I evolved not that long ago. That's why I always change my pictures. That's why I always change my profile pics, because sometimes I evolve. But when I look like this in the astral realm, right? When I look like this in the astral realm, the next day, I was just walking to the bus station. A cop car just passes by me, and literally, he didn't even stop at the stop sign. Literally, in the middle of the street. And I'm over here like, you good? You want to take a picture or last longer? Like, just driving normally, and then saw me, stood there for like literally like a few seconds, and I'm like the car's right here, right? I'm like right here, passes right through me, right here, and I'm like, are you good? And then starts driving like this. Then eventually turns to whatever direction and goes, I don't know, but I don't know if it went straight or left or right. I don't give a shit, but yeah, there's that. I'm not making this shit up. Go ahead and think I'm making this shit up. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck if you think I'm making this shit up. All right? At least I'm not going to get the fucking karma because you think I'm fucking lying. Seriously, I'm not going to get that karma. At least I know that. Seriously. Seriously. That's why when people don't believe me, I'm like, hey, that's fine if you don't believe me. I just know I'm not going to get that karma. Seriously. Why would I get that karma? I'm telling the truth. If I was lying, I would have got that karma and then some. I probably would have been 6 feet under, wouldn't I? You know? So, I'll see you guys later. I haven't done an enlightenment video on this channel in a long, long time. But I hope you guys enjoyed these type of videos, though. This is not something that I do on a regular basis on this channel, obviously. I do it once in a while. But I hope you guys still liked what I said here and stuff like that. And this is nothing against anybody. I'm not trying to offend anybody, because I know a lot of people are like, what are you saying? You're saying you're better than whites? I'm not saying, no, I'm not better than anybody. I'm just saying what it is historical wise. And there's a group of beings that knew this all this time, basically, and don't tell their other races of beings because it's like it would change the whole everything. And not to say that race of beings that I'm talking about don't know. They do know. Sometimes they look at you on a regular basis. Sometimes they look at you in schools and jobs, and they'll be like, they see you some type of way. Especially if you've been walking on yourself spiritually to the point that they look at you and like, Like you have 1,000 eyes and shit. All right, there's a reason for that. All right, they're not seeing your physical vessel. They're not seeing that. They're seeing your freaking cosmic self, and they are fucking terrified. They're terrified. They're terrified. So imagine this, brothers and sisters. You're at a job. You're in school, right? College or something like that, right? And they literally see you like Godzilla, Cthulhu. You know? They literally see you, a freaking serpent dragon, just, drawing or painting or making tools for a car or something like that. They're literally seeing you like that. Why do you think some of these white folks always praise the Afro community? They always be like, oh, I love their drawing, I love their music, I love their food. Why do you think that? You know? Seriously. So, that's another story for another day, obviously, but that's just something to point out, all right? It is funny, too. Shout out to this brother, if you're watching. I don't know if you are or not, but grab me, you would know. Grab me, you would know. Some brother, not that long ago, I think it was like last year, right? Last year, or yeah, it was like last year, I believe. That he was getting in the comment section that I was like, oh, and then that's racist. How can you say stuff like that? That's racist. And he's like, well, you know what? Nature's racist. And I'm like, oh. You know, it's like me making fun of the fact that people will say, "Oh, the sun is killing me. The sun is racist, guys. The sun is racist. The sun is racist." Sounds to me you're not supposed to be on this planet, but you're dying from the sun that gives life. You guys want to complain that, especially some of our brothers and sisters want to complain that, oh, the sun hurts me and shit like that, but you're eating all this disgusting food. No shit, it's hurting your body. Idiot. And duh, if you're eating junk food, stop being surprised that the sun is getting rid of the junk food outside of your body. Sorry. And those of you that look like a tomato under the sun, woo. If you look like this type of red under the sun, woo. This type of red under the sun, oh man, the sun is cooking you alive and you don't even freaking know it. Or maybe you do and you just don't care. Sunscreen. That sunscreen is not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work. No matter how many times you put sunscreen, it's not gonna fucking work, man. It's not. No matter what you do, it's not gonna work. And it's been proven and it's been shown that people that use sunscreen and you change it to a different light, it looks black. It looks carbon, basically. You guys are trying to, it's basically another form of blackface without being blackface. Literally. Y'all haven't seen that shit. I'm over here like, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. And I have receipts, man. I don't care if you guys, again, don't believe me, but I have receipts. And some of you guys know that I do have receipts, all right? It doesn't take that long for me to find some of this stuff. But apparently for you guys that want to be ignorant, you guys do. It seems to me you're not doing it hard. You're not working hard enough. You're not trying enough. You don't care enough. Because if you did, you would find it. All right? Seriously. All right? And just, look, I got nothing against you white folks, but you guys are being replaced. Not by Afro people. We've been here forever. We're never going to get replaced. And we're not going to replace anybody. Who's replacing you? The United States government is replacing you. Because it's going through that whole mud flood all over again. When they had a whole bunch of people going after us, the mud flood happened. And then they had to make another race of beings. They basically had to make you guys all over again. And they're doing that again because you guys are dying off. You guys can't reproduce anymore. You guys can't shoot out cum anymore. Seriously. Hey brothers, have you had a problem with that? I haven't. Seriously, yo, my brother, have you ever had a problem shooting pellets or bullets? If you haven't, then guess what? It's not you. You know. I did saw a clip from Bobby Hemmett. It is an old clip. Things change over time, but I have heard that Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to that brother, but he did said that I have to look for that video again. But he said that hey, when this shit goes down, these white people gonna be right next to you because they want to destroy this shit too. You know, they're even gonna look at their own kind and be like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers." You know. But again, things change over time. Let's just say that right now. That probably could have been right back then, but right now, oh, again, things change. Obviously, things always change, but sometimes it's to the point when the planet is just like, fuck that. This is what's going to happen, and nothing else is going to change for that. All right, and I'm over here like, ugh. When the planet's sick of your shit, and she's not giving you no more chances, that is how you know you fucked up, and that's how you know you have you have no friends around here. You have no friends in inner planet, outer planet. You don't have friends amongst yourselves. Some of you do, but not all of you. You know? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It really is. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts, bro. How some of the how these race of beings are not Afro, like Afro-Hispanic or so-called Afro-Hispanic or so-called Black. It's crazy that other races of beings look at us, obsessed with us, but then they want, but then also the really wicked ones want us. Not to say they're not wicked either, because it's all subconsciously at the end of the day. For crying out loud, yesterday you had this older lady looking at me, and she's like, and I'm over here like, and I was being nice. I let her in. I waited for her so I can open the door so I can hold the door for her. Or even open the door to hold. You know, it's a white woman too. You know, this is what happens when you try to be nice to these white folks. You try to open the door for them, or automatically you're serving for them. The fuck? Don't get my kindness twisted, bitch. Seriously. I hate that shit. And it's not a lot of your white people, but it's enough for me to notice. And I'm over here like, stop giving me that side eye. Like I'm about to fucking attack you from behind or something like that. I could, but I'm not going to. You know? And some idiot is going to be out there and be like, oh, what do you mean you could? Anybody. Right now, you could go outside and fucking murder somebody if you wanted to. But guess what? You don't, right? Because you have morals, basically, right? You know? Because you're actually a good person, right? You know, like, just saying, bro. Just saying. It's just ridiculous that people want to act. But I'll see. Like I said, I should have ended this video a long time ago. I just wanted to make this video because I just had to get some of the stuff out there. All right. Seriously. There's just a lot of fucking stuff out here that a lot of people refuse to acknowledge and refuse to talk about. You know, then people don't even want to talk about saving our kids, for crying out loud, from these schools and shit like that. Well, I can't homeschool my kid. I can't teach my kid how to plant a seed on the ground. Those are the people that are going to be lost, bro. When the power goes out everywhere on this planet, how are you gonna do how are you gonna plant a seed? How are you gonna get water? This is why I say look up survival stuff online. It's not that hard. Seriously. And write them down on books and shit like that. And keep them. Like, once the shit goes down, put them in your book bag and travel on an adventure. Now, that's the thing. I'll say this right now. There will be some places that you can't even fucking explore at all. You can't even go outside without getting shot. There will be places like that. But not all places will be created equal. All right? It just depends on the frequency. That's why a lot of people say leave the major cities. Not the local cities, not the small cities, but the major cities like New York, Boston, those big giant cities. I live in Holyoke, Massachusetts. It's technically, yes, a city, but it's not a big city like Boston. Those are the places you need to freaking get out, because small communities, cities like these, they'll be fine. In my opinion, they'll be fine. Some areas will probably not be fine, but I think majority of them, from what I can see, will be fine. Hey, I could be wrong, yeah, but from what I can see, because a lot of people, because usually a lot of people in small communities don't like to deal with a lot of bullshit from major cities. So if a lot of people want to bring some of the bullshit from major cities to small cities, I guarantee you not a lot of people will deal with that shit. A lot of people are going to be like, no, you want to have a civil war? We're going to have a fucking civil war, motherfucker. It's like that. I'm telling you, man, it's going to get fucked up around here. It's going to get really fucked up. But hey, it's all fun and games, right? This is all for entertainment purposes, you two. It's just weird, man. It's so sad. It's so fucking sad, in my opinion, man. But hey, what do I know? All I wanted was people to come together and sing "Kumbaya, my lord." Obviously, we can't do that. Obviously, that's not realistic. That's bullshit. But it just goes to show there was a time and a place on this planet where there was peace. There was peace. There was no wars. There was no sickness. There was no one dying. But once we got infiltrated or let people infiltrate in our world, then that's when shit started happening. All right? For crying out loud, we was not even talking like the way we talk. All right? We were flying up in the air. But we had to listen to a whole bunch of fucking idiot people that were like, no, I'm offended. You're flying and I'm not flying. That's woke. That's racist. Then guess what? If I'm flying in the air and you're not, I guess I am racist.